Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Go. 180!
Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Check 50, check 50. Shoot. Big ass. Kill. Run. Kill.
Boston Scott, his first carry. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Check.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Here we go. 280. I got him. Hatchet. Wide. 657.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Showed some flash on the run, but he will be brought down shy of his 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Barnett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go get him. Back north. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
258. Jump out. Back north. Check. 4 down.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Fielded just inside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Here we go. 180.
Crunch time, defense.
On 1st down, Sanders. $10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Ram. Solid.
Rush in. Kill. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Shift.
Great 15.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Switch gears.
49, check 49, check 49.
Here, shift.
I got motion.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Waiting.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Push him back. Push him back.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Green 18, 630.
Move. Hey. We got three down.
Working from the gun, Rodgers looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 120.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz, incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But now it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Wentz. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Keep playing. At their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Mike 48.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Yo! Check.
It's 74.
Motion. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
It's our time.
Play action. Now Wentz. And he'll find Hall. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go, boys.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Number 53, Mike 53.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Key at 33, key at 33. 88.
What's tight?
Five.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Let's go. Hey, we got
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. 20. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Switch. Sponge. Tyson. Check.
To throw again on second down. Wentz over the middle, and it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Tight end right. You got 3 down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 41.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's now 3rd down.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, you're on an island over there.
Shot 300. Shot 300.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Eagles get over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wentz to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
14, 82, 14.
58 to Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Now Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280.
Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Eagles 17, Packers 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point try now for Crosby. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll go again with Sanders, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
57, 57.
48, 48's Mike. 48's Mike.
Go.
Mike,
From midfield, here's Wentz. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Lefty.
check three.
Kill.
On the carry, this is Scott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Let's hit this ball back up.
82.
48 to Mike. Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3rd and long.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Plant.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll go again to Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Switch. Smoke. Flip again.
To throw is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go, baby. Hey, hey, watch it, watch it. Switch, switch.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
Here we go.
They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Forward, Tokyo.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 64 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Rodgers going to go on fourth down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long. Rodgers to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now Rodgers.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mike. Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Let's go, let's go.
Now Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Back to throw, Rodgers. He's got Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. To throw is Rodgers. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We got three, fellas.
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere, the most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory. So for the Eagles, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.